Welcome on back, Skippers. Today we have 3 more must-add players for your fantasy baseball teams in Week 15. We have a player coming off a 5-hit game, a right-handed masher, and a rookie with some great underlying metrics. Today's video, as always, is brought to you by FanDuel Canada, the best place to be betting on baseball if you are in the Great White North. Let's get into these 3 players. The first one is going to be Jose Miranda, a third baseman for the Twins, 33% rostered on the season, a .312 average, 8 home runs, driven in 40, 2 stolen bases, a weighted runs created plus of 141. The Tigers and Twins played yesterday, only a 7-inning rain-shortened game, but Jose Miranda had no problem stat padding in that time. He went 5 for 5 with 3 doubles, 4 runs, and 3 driven in. Jose Miranda is currently on an 8-game hit streak, a stretch where he is 15 for 30 with 10 runs batted in that span. If you're strictly looking at his splits, he is crushing right-handed pitching. He's hitting .344 with 6 home runs. That is good for a 171 weighted runs created plus against righties. And while the Twins have been going on this offensive surge, Miranda has been right in the middle of the lineup. He has some great contact skills, which you can tell, like a .312 average, you're going to have some good contact skills, but he's also on pace to surpass his career high in home runs. He's running a strikeout rate below 15%. That puts him in the top 10% of qualified hitters. He's running his highest zone contact percentage. He's swinging at pitches out of the zone, the least of his career, and he's dropped his ground ball rate from 35 to 30%. The batted ball data doesn't jump off the charts at you, but he has his best expected slug, best xWOBA, as well as his highest average exit velocity. Jose Miranda was already a staple in this Twins lineup, but he has less to worry about as Royce Lewis is back to his home on the injured list. The next player is Ryan O'Hearn of the Orioles, a first baseman outfielder. He is 52% rostered. On the season, a .289 average, 11 homers, 37 driven in, 3 stolen bases, good for a 135 weighted runs created plus. I think O'Hearn is criminally under rostered. Even when you look at his player card on Yahoo, they have him as the 73rd ranked fantasy contributor. Oh, and last month he just hit .321 with 16 driven in. The one worry you're going to have with Ryan O'Hearn is he's clearly in a platoon, as he only has 19 at-bats against left-handers this season. But he has 244 plate appearances against righties. That's clearly enough to contribute. All 11 of his home runs have come against right-handers, where he's hitting .291, a 141 weighted runs created plus, and only has 26 strikeouts against right-handers and 23 walks. Some great plate discipline from him. O'Hearn has an incredibly impressive profile, as he's only striking out 10%, which is the top percentile in the league. He's over 94th percentile in all of xWOBA, xSlug, and expected batting average. And like most great hitters, a lot of his damage is coming off fastballs. He's hitting .308 off heaters with a .583 expected slug and whiffing nearly 10 percentage points less than last season on heaters. I think this is a no-brainer pickup in all formats. Finally, we go to the rookie pitcher in the Bay, Hayden Birdsong of the Giants. He's only 4% rostered. He has 2 starts, but he's 1-0 with a .466 ERA, 10 strikeouts, a 155 whip, and again, 9 2/3 innings pitched. Hayden Birdsong just graduated to the MLB top 100 prospect list just before he got called up to the big leagues. Hasn't really taken the league by storm in his first 2 starts. In those 2 starts, he's faced the Cubs and the Braves. His second start against the Braves was a lot better than his first one. He went 5 strong, giving up 2 earned, both on home runs, but keeping the ball in the yard has been his problem, as he's given up 3 home runs in his 9 2/3 innings. I was reading a Chris Towers article on Hayden Birdsong, and he was still optimistic about him even after his second outing, and he said that his fastball looks like a really great pitch. High 90s velocity, but he also has a good slider and changeup, generating 7 combined whiffs on 21 swings in his second start. If he can generate consistent swinging strikes with his secondaries, Birdsong is going to be pretty useful. Obviously, this is a deeper league pickup as he's only 4% rostered, but if you just look in the minors this season, Birdsong was well over 11 Ks per 9, had a ground ball rate around 50%, and again, his issue was keeping the ball in the park. But I'm thinking because he gets to pitch in San Francisco, that home run rate is going to figure itself out. It's one of the better pitchers parks in the league. He has the big strikeout tools. We've kind of yet to see them in the big leagues. I think this is a great pickup if you're in deeper leagues and someone that can really show his tools and flash his upside here soon. Thank you for watching, and thank you to FanDuel Canada for sponsoring the video. If there's players you like this week, drop them in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.